Welcome to Pins in Milford. The Holliston Education Foundation is getting the ball rolling today by hosting a bowling fundraiser event for Holliston's teachers to support their innovative and creative approaches to their schools and their students. HEF also gives out Spotlight on Education awards to teachers and staff who have been nominated by their peers for their commitment to excellence and their enthusiasm, professionalism, and love of teaching in their students. There's no time to spare, so let's hit the lanes and check out the action. I'm with Heidi Gibson. She is the treasurer for the Holliston Education Foundation. And Heidi, we can hear all the sounds behind us with the balls crashing into the pins. How did this come to be today?
Yeah, so I was looking around for a fundraising idea, and I noticed that Pins did do birthday parties and events, so I approached them. And the package we're using tonight is shoe rental and also $5 arcade card for the kids. And that's all included in a $15 entry fee for each participant. And I think the kids and the parents, too, can have a lot of fun here tonight, bowling and playing at the arcades. So it's all for the schools, and I hope everyone has a great time.
So the Holliston Education Foundation sometimes could be thought of as similar to the PTA in Holliston, but there are differences. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it can be confusing. We really have two major parent groups that do very similar things, and I like to try to draw a distinction between the two. So the Holliston Education Foundation focuses very much on the teachers and what they do in the classroom. So we're very much trying to support the teachers, their ideas, their work, the things they need to execute the curriculum. So we have a grant program called the Intensive Study Grant, and that is very much targeted towards teacher ideas that might require some training. They might have to go off during the summer and learn something new and then bring it back to the classroom. And we really encourage them to bring it back to the other teachers as well and share what they've learned. So we do that every single year, and we get the best proposals from the teachers for all kinds of creative and innovative things that they want to do in the classroom, and we can help with that.
It's really cool, and being a teacher myself, we rely on a lot of those types of funding and grants. Do you, any come to mind? Any exciting things that the teachers have done that come to mind? I'm guessing maybe some technology involved.
Oh yes, we have funded some technology. A few years ago, we, along with some other parent groups, helped fund the music technology laboratory at the high school. That was very expensive, and it took more than one group to do it. Most recently, our HEF grants have supported things like a quiet courtyard at the high school where after the pandemic or during the pandemic, it was felt that the students needed a quiet, contemplative place to sit, and they had that wonderful courtyard. They just needed more places for the students, so we helped with that. And they are also planning some special coursework involved with the quiet courtyard. We also sent a teacher to something called GeoCamp in Iceland. Believe it or not, a middle school science teacher proposed to go learn about teaching environmental issues by going to Iceland. And she was there for 2 weeks, came back, and has put together some very exciting things for her students in the 6th grade. And she's going to be presenting some of her work to us and to climate activist groups in the local area, and that will be sometime in February. So she's sharing and really innovating.
Wow, international training. That is exciting stuff. How did you get involved, Heidi, with the Holliston Education Foundation?
Oh, yes. Well, first I got involved with the PTA. At the time, we were called the PTSA, and for many years, I'm a scientist, so I did Science Fest. I organized Science Fest at the elementary level, and served as treasurer and president of the PTSA. But when all my children graduated from school, I just looked around and said, what other group is there? And there's a similar group called the HEF, Holliston Education Foundation. But I found that the PTA would focus on many, many different things, and they would like to contribute to playgrounds or gardens or things that the teachers needed in the classrooms, whereas the Holliston Education Foundation was focusing more on the teacher and their ideas. So those are sort of the differences between the two.
What grade are you in?
Third.
Third grade. And do you know why you're here today, besides just to bowl and have some fun?
It's a fundraiser for our schools.
That's right. Excellent. I'm glad you know about that. And tell me, if when money gets raised for your school and for your teachers to learn new things and be trained on maybe different types of technology, how do you think that could help your classroom out?
For field trips that are coming up in school supplies and better projects that we could do.
Make school more fun for you. Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for joining us. We have even more Holliston students with us today. What grade are you in?
I'm in third.
You having a good time today?
Yes.
You enjoy bowling?
Yes.
Awesome. And do you enjoy learning in Holliston? You like going to school in Holliston?
Yes, I do very much.
All right, glad to hear. You like your teachers?
Yeah. They're nice.
They are really nice, I'm sure. And you're having a good time today. What grade are you in?
I'm in fourth grade.
Fourth grade at Miller School. And do you know why you're here today? Why everybody's getting together to bowl today from Holliston?
Yes. My mom helped work with this organization called HEF, and they're doing a fundraiser to raise money for the school.
Awesome. I'm glad your kids are here. Have fun today. All right, we got some more Holliston students here. What grade are you in, my friend?
First.
First grade. And what's so fun about going to school in Holliston?
Recess.
Recess, of course. And let me guess, lunch. Yeah. And what grade are you in?
Pre-K.
Pre-K. Great. Just starting out. And do you like going to school in Holliston?
Yeah.
Cool. And this is your brother over here. What grade are you in, my friend?
Pre-K too.
You're in pre-K also. That's right. And is coming to school in Holliston, is that fun?
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for joining us, guys. Well, Courtney, you're the president of the Holliston Education Foundation. You made it all the way up to the top. How did you get involved?
Well, I actually had a friend of mine that was on the board ask if anyone was interested in joining, and I was. I grew up in Holliston and always wanted to give back to the community and the schools, and I thought that this was a great way to do that. So I got involved, and then, as membership changed, I evolved into the president.
And you've got a couple of young kids, I see, in the system, so you're in it for the long haul, I'm guessing?
I am, yep. I have a first grader and a fourth grader, so we'll be here for a while.
So, Courtney, how can other parents or family members in Holliston get involved with the Holliston Education Foundation?
Well, if they want to get more information, they can go to the website, hollistonedfoundation.org. We have information up there and an email address that people can contact for information. And we definitely, anyone who wants to volunteer, we do give, trying to provide lots of grants to the schools. So the more money we can raise, the better. So we're obviously looking for, all the help we can get.
Sounds great. Thanks, Courtney. I'm not sure if there are any perfect 300 scores today, but I know there were strikes, spares, and smiles at pins for the Holliston Education Foundation's bowling fundraiser. Also, keep an eye out for Holliston Education Foundation's upcoming Community Trivia Bee that's going to be held at the high school on St. Patrick's Day. For Heartbeat of Holliston, I'm Brian Winston.